Have you ever wondered how faith and resilience can shape a person's life, even in the face of unimaginable adversity? Let's delve into the life of Majid, a common man, yet extraordinary in his unwavering faith and devotion. Majid was a man of simple means, but profound faith. His life was a testament to his strong belief in Allah, his prayers echoing 5 times a day, his fingers tracing the verses of the Quran, his heart pulsating with unwavering belief. His faith wasn't merely a part of his life, it was his life, his anchor, his compass, guiding him through the turbulent storms of life. In the midst of this spiritual journey, Majid shared his life with his wife. They were 2 hearts bound together in the sacred vows of marriage, living 17 years side by side, sharing joys, sorrows, dreams, and prayers. Majid's wife was his confidant, his partner, his comfort in the quiet hours of the morning and the bustling hours of the day. Their life was a harmony of love, faith, and shared dreams. But one day, the harmony was disrupted. Majid's wife, the woman who had shared nearly 2 decades of her life with him, left. The reasons were unknown, shrouded in the mystery of unspoken words and abrupt departures. Majid's heart was shattered into a million pieces, his world turned upside down. The woman he had loved, the woman he had built dreams with, was no longer by his side. Imagine, if you can, the pain that seared through Majid's heart, the silent tears that fell in the solitude of the night, the agonizing questions that plagued his mind. Why did she leave? What went wrong? Yet amidst the turmoil, Majid held on to the one thing that had always been his guiding light, his faith in Allah. His heart was broken, yet his faith was unbroken. His world was shattered, yet his belief was unshattered. For Majid knew that life was a test, a journey of trials and tribulations. And so, in the face of this sudden heartbreak, Majid held on to his faith. Life, as they say, goes on, and for Majid, it took a turn towards happiness once again. After the stormy period of despair and loneliness, there emerged a silver lining in the form of Sadaf. A woman of grace and compassion, Sadaf became Majid's second wife, a beacon of light in his life. Sadaf and Majid, hand in hand, embarked on a journey of companionship. Their bond was not just based on love and mutual respect, but also rooted in their shared faith and trust in Allah. Together, they decided to expand their family not by birth but through adoption. The decision was a testament to their selfless love and their desire to share their blessings with a child who needed it. The arrival of Ibrahim marked a new chapter in their lives. Ibrahim, with his infectious laughter and innocent eyes, brought an abundance of joy to their home. Majid found in Ibrahim a friend and a son. Their bond was not of blood, but of love, stronger than any biological ties. Every evening, when Majid returned from work, he and Ibrahim would spend hours playing, their laughter echoing through the house. Those were the moments Majid cherished the most, the moments that made him realize that happiness could indeed be found in the simplest of things. During this period, Majid's life was brimming with contentment. The void left by his first wife's departure seemed to have been filled. His faith in Allah remained unshaken, and he believed that his prayers had been answered. This phase of his life was a testament to the fact that after every dark night, there is a bright day. Yet, life had more in store for Majid. As the wheel of life keeps turning, so does our fortune. But as Majid would soon learn, life is a roller coaster of highs and lows. The story of Majid's resilience and faith continues, reminding us that no matter how hard life hits, the strength to get back up lies within us, fueled by our faith and hope. Just when Majid thought he had found his happy ending, tragedy knocked on his door once more. Life, as they say, is a roller coaster, and for Majid, it seemed the ride never ended. His world came crashing down yet again when Sadaf, his beloved wife, was diagnosed with breast cancer. The news hit like a thunderbolt in a clear sky. Sadaf, the woman who had brought back joy, laughter, and love into Majid's life, was now in a battle with a disease that showed no mercy. Majid, the man of unyielding faith, was once again challenged by life's cruel twist, but he did not waver. He stood by Sadaf, holding her hand, praying fervently and fighting the battle with her. Yet, despite his best efforts, and after 2 agonizing years, Sadaf succumbed to the disease. Majid's world was shattered once more. The love of his life, his partner, his confidant was no more. Majid was enveloped in grief, his heart burdened with an unbearable weight of loss. But the story did not end there. In the midst of his mourning, another blow was dealt. Sadaf's relative, he took away Ibrahim, the child they had adopted, the child they loved as their own. Majid was left alone, his family ripped away from him. In the face of such immense grief and loss, Majid could have easily given up. He could have questioned his faith, his beliefs, his God, but he didn't. Majid, the man of unwavering faith, held on to his belief in Allah. He accepted these trials as a test of his faith. He believed that every hardship was a pathway to patience, every calamity carried blessings, and every loss was a lesson. In the midst of his grief, Majid found himself alone once again, but his faith remained unshaken. His resilience was a testament to his strong faith, a faith that refused to crumble under the weight of his losses. He proved that faith indeed is the bird that feels light when the dawn is still dark. Majid's life seemed to be falling apart, but even then, his faith did not waver. Majid found himself in a whirlwind of despair. His beloved wife had just passed away, and his precious son Ibrahim had been snatched away from him. The pillars of his joy had crumbled, and life had become a lonesome struggle. And then, as if the universe hadn't had enough, Majid lost his job. The job that had been his lifeline, the job that had kept him moving forward, was now gone. He found himself standing at the edge of the abyss, staring down into the dark depths of despair. Every waking moment became a struggle, every night a battle with his thoughts. Yet, Majid did not let his spirit crumble. He held on to the most potent weapon he had, his unwavering faith. He believed that this was his test, a test of his faith in Allah. He remembered the words from the Quran, Allah does not burden a soul beyond that it can bear. Majid knew that these trials were not a punishment, but a test of his resilience, of his faith. He knew that the night is darkest before the dawn, and he was determined to see the sunrise. He spent his days looking for work and his nights in prayer, asking Allah for strength, for guidance. He turned towards his faith for solace, for hope amidst the despair. He trusted that Allah had a plan for him, a plan that perhaps he couldn't comprehend in his current state. But he believed that things would eventually fall into place. He remembered the teachings of his religion, that patience and faith were virtues that would guide him through the storm. He found comfort in prayer, in the recitation of the Quran, and in the belief that Allah was with him, guiding him through the trials and tribulations. Even in the face of these adversities, Majid held on to his faith in Allah. His faith was his beacon in the storm, the light that guided him through the darkest nights. And so he persisted, holding on to his faith, knowing that this was his test, and he was determined to pass it with unwavering faith and patience. Just when things seemed their darkest, a ray of hope appeared on Majid's horizon. Life had been a relentless storm for Majid, a tempest that had left him weathered and worn. Yet in his heart, the embers of faith still burned brightly. His belief in Allah remained unshakable, his prayers ceaseless. It was in these prayers that Majid sought solace, and it was in these prayers that he found strength. One day, as Majid was returning from the mosque, he received a call. An unfamiliar voice on the other end of the line brought news that was as unexpected as it was welcome. A job offer, a chance to rebuild his life from the ashes of his despair. The voice spoke of opportunities, of a brighter tomorrow. It was a glimmer of hope in the darkest corners of Majid's existence. The days that followed were a whirlwind. Majid found himself immersed in a new environment, surrounded by new faces. He was learning, growing, and beginning to rebuild the life that had crumbled around him. The job was challenging, the hours long, but Majid embraced it all with open arms. He found joy in the work, solace in the routine. It was a testament to his resilience, a testament to his faith. Every day, Majid would return home from work and kneel in prayer. He would thank Allah for the opportunity he had been given, for the chance to start anew. He prayed for Sadaf, for Ibrahim, for all the love and loss he had endured. And he prayed for strength, for the courage to face whatever the future held. Majid's tale is one of resilience, faith, and courage in the face of adversity. His unwavering faith in Allah guided him through the darkest times and into the light of hope. His story is a testament to the power of faith and a reminder that no matter what trials we face, we must never lose hope. Until next time, Allah Hafiz.